Welcome to a very special episode of Bioenergetics Beat. I'm Miriam Cloutier, your host for today, and a proud member of the We Are NIKKI team. Stay tuned to the very end because we are going to have a very special giveaway for our listeners of this podcast, sponsored by NIKKI, the personal frequency delivery system that you wear. Today, we are doing something a bit different. We are thrilled to introduce our guest for this episode, Nicole Sullivan, the president of We Are NIKKI, and Janis Klipper, who works in customer service and directly supports Lyme support groups. My name's Miriam. I'm the architect of awesome here at We Are NIKKI, and I help with the operations of NIKKI. Let's welcome Nicole and Janis.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Miriam. Thanks, Janis.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually talk to Janis, and we're going to address, we like to call them our frequency asked questions.
That's right. Frequency asked questions.
Questions that she deals with on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big questions that we get, and we touched on it in the first half, was when we wear the Lyme Daily program, once we reach the full duration, what happens? Do I stop wearing it? How long should I wear it for? What's your advice?
Okay, good question. 30 days, all that means is you are ramping up from day 1 to day 30, increasing the detox and the Lyme Complete by 1 minute each day. The Lyme program, day 1, you get 1 minute of detox and 1 minute of what we call Lyme Complete, which are frequencies for Lyme, co-infections, viruses, bacteria, mold, fungus, parasites, and 60 minutes of stress and anxiety. Day 2, you get an extra minute of detox and Lyme Complete. So you get 2 minutes of detox, 2 minutes of Lyme Complete, 60 minutes of stress and anxiety. And each day for the next 30 days automatically increases an extra minute for the detox, an extra minute for the Lyme Complete. So stress and anxiety stays on 60 minutes continually. So when you reach day 30, you're at the full duration of the minutes. So the detox is 30 minutes. The Lyme Complete is 30 minutes. The stress and anxiety is 60 minutes. And then it shuts off and you're free to choose other frequencies. You continue to wear Lyme Daily. That is your go-to. That is the signature foundational Lyme program. So you continue to wear it every day.
That's awesome, Janis. I think what's really important too is that because this is running automatically, what you see on the front end, you choose Lyme Daily, you swipe, tap, that's it. And you're going to see the little rings up and down on the NIKKI, and it just says Lyme Daily. But those 3 things are running in the background. So all you see on the front end is Lyme Daily and the little rings pulsing in and out as the Lyme program is running. And on the underside, you're going to see the red light of the NIKKI. So that's really important to know. You're not having to choose detox. You're not having to choose Lyme Complete. You're not choosing stress and anxiety. All you have to do is swipe, tap, play Lyme Daily.
Exactly. That's really important. And, as we know with Lyme brain and brain fog, we wanted to make it as simple as possible. So, choose your frequency, tap and play and let it run. It's amazing. The other thing I wanted to add to that is when people ask, well, when does that additional frequency get added? So what happens is when stress and anxiety finishes, the extra minute of detox and Lyme Complete will be added 16 hours when that last session has finished. And that goes into when people say, can I share my device? For example, a husband and wife, yes, you can, because you both want to start on the same day. So you're both on day 1 and you're getting the timing. So the 1 minute of the detox, the 1 minute of Lyme Complete, 60 minutes of stress and anxiety. So you can share that, but whoever wore it last, 16 hours after that is when it's going to add the additional minute for the detox and the Lyme Complete. Everybody's different and they respond differently. It depends what you have, how it's manifested in your body. You could have Lyme and co-infections and mold and viruses and bacteria, which the Lyme Daily has frequencies to address all those things. So your immune system is going to take care of whatever it needs to first in its innate knowing. And I've spoken with one woman, I'm just thinking she comes to mind right now, and she said, Janis, when it was my 6-month mark, that's where I felt a switch, there was a switch that was turned on and things began to change for her at that time. Other people, it's within some months. And you know something? I and many, many, many people continue to wear, I run it still. I started in 2018, part of my wellness regime every single day. There's a couple of reasons for that. It's good for my body to detox. It's also good to have stress and anxiety. And I am telling you, if I am ever bit by another tick, my cells, my immune system is going to have what it needs to take care of it. I have had people call me, especially last year, there was 3 individuals that called me and I could hear the absolute, I'm talking terror, seriously, in their voice because they had been bitten by ticks. They went to the emergency right away, got their doxy, and I said, you know what, it's all right. They had PTSD, which people have with Lyme. You're not going to have to repeat what you've done, what you've gone through for the past however many years you all had it, because your immune system is armed with what it needs. So, long story, continue to wear it every day.
It's the big thing too is everybody's an individual. So,
Exactly.
you know, what might work for one person may not work for the other. Some, like I know for myself, it took me about 6 months to even reach up to 17 minutes.
Mhm.
And I kept restarting the program, carrying on. And it just, sometimes you just really have to go slow because, you know, your body's already fighting a battle and we're giving it the tools to fight the battle. But sometimes that battle just needs to be very, very slow for the best results. And everyone's different. And you might, you might notice that difference, but sometimes to really get that needle to move, that it is the 6 months, the 9 months, it is the time. And I know you are a Lyme survivor and you have been symptom free with your Lyme for, I want to say 6 years now, if
I'd
that.
say 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember when you
4
started.
years. It's great. It's really great. I would say, you know, I still notice things after wearing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, and I hear that from people. And I'll be talking to individuals and they'll talk to me about a symptom and I'll go, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that. Because when you get back to your normal, you kind of forget what you had. You
Yeah.
don't realize it, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, up to 2 years, people still feel improvements and symptom relief.
Janis, can kids wear the NIKKI frequency delivery system?
Mhm. Children can wear it and children have worn it. What we have found from our experience so far is children seem to be much more resilient and we don't hear of them herxing like adults do. And I think my impression is because they've got a cleaner slate. So yes, children can wear it and they do. And even when you go to our website at wearenikki.com and you click on to Lyme testimonials, we have got some amazing testimonials on there. One of a woman that had put it on her baby and also the founder's daughter, her children got it in utero and they were diagnosed with ADHD and the other one was diagnosed being on the autism spectrum. Now those kids were, I think, about 8 and 12 or so. They, you know, they had the Lyme program and they had no problems at all. So it seems to be mostly that the adults are the ones that are having the greater difficulty. Yes, so yes, kids can wear it.
We're going to get into some of the technical troubleshooting of NIKKI. So some of the questions that we do get asked a lot. What about the screen?
Mm. Yes, so it's really important, you know, with you have a phone that you purchase, it's a big investment. NIKKI is an investment in your health. So we recommend that you go onto Amazon, for example, and get a screen protector. So Miriam and I have tested a few of them, and the ones that we like are the 38 millimeter or the 40 millimeter. They're easy to put on, and it just gives you that extra layer of protection because, of course, screens scratch. So we recommend that you do that. It's
Yep.
a great idea.
Yeah, that is really good. We did try the 38, 40, and I actually tried the 42. It works, but it's just a little too big that I found the screen protector would get caught. Janis, what are the options if I would like to change the strap on my NIKKI personal frequency delivery system?
Okay, that's a great question. There are options, many options. You can go to your favorite place that sells watch straps, and it's a 20 millimeter quick release. You can get all different types, all different sizes, different material, leather, kind of jeweled ones. You can get whatever you want to go with your outfits. And so this is the one that we sell. It comes with this flexible, stretchy one. And then what I've done is I have gone and I have got one that like a watch strap. And these might fit people with a smaller wrist. And they've got all kinds of different varieties and colors. And I really like the feel of this one. So 20 millimeter quick release.
I know we get a lot of requests for that. I know I have a teal one. Nikki has it. What's your strap, Nikki?
I've got kind of this like tortoiseshell kind of bracelety one.
I like that.
For all my Nikkis, I have different ones. So because it depends, and I like to customize my.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. I have like Halloween, I have summer, but this one seems to be my favorite right now. And then also, yeah, and then I also, because we all have multiple Nikkis, is depending on what the strap is, like I have a bright Lyme one for the Lyme program that I have on that Nikki. And so I can, because we have different programs, I have the wellness, we have the Nikki, just quick and easy to differentiate between them. So we're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to be back in a couple minutes.
NIKKI plus Lyme is the next generation of Wave 1 technology referred to in this testimonial.
With the Wave device, have you been able to get back to yoga?
I have, yes. Not even just teaching, but like my own practice. That was a huge, I remember so clearly. I went to a class last year and I wasn't even able to do like a basic pose because my body was in so much pain. And that's not something I've ever experienced before. I'm sorry, I'm getting like really emotional thinking about this. But it is really hard to have things that like you almost take for granted in your daily life, and then suddenly to just completely lose the ability to have those things anymore. So it almost in a way is like there are silver linings to everything, and that is a silver lining, is just like being grateful for so many of the basic things that we often don't even give a second thought to. So short answer, yes.
NIKKI puts a personal wellness center in your hands and on your wrist. Be better, do better. We are NIKKI.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Still stay tuned to the very end, because we are going to have a very special giveaway for our listeners of this podcast, sponsored by NIKKI, the personal frequency delivery system that you wear. Another big question that we do get, I'm going to ask this of Nicole. Can you talk a little bit about the wireless connectivity of NIKKI?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we found is that so many people are very, very sensitive to EMFs. And while we need that functionality in terms of being able to update NIKKI, you don't have to wear NIKKI with being wirelessly connected. You have the opportunity to swipe and tap and turn it off. So once you have updated your NIKKI, it does not have to continually ping wireless connectivity. It's not constantly tracking or doing anything else. Once those frequencies have been updated on the device itself using the app, you can turn that connectivity right off. So it's an opportunity for people, especially those that don't want to be bombarded with things. Again, many of the things that track have constant connectivity. So it's keeping that low level EMF just at you. You have the opportunity to turn it off here.
One of the things too that I want to add is we can turn off that wireless connectivity, but NIKKI itself, we only use the app to update NIKKI. Usually when you first purchase, you update and activate your NIKKI device with the NIKKI Connect app. After that, the only other time you're going to connect to the NIKKI Connect app is if you purchase a secondary frequency suite, whether you have the wellness or the Lyme and you want to add the other to your NIKKI. Other than that, and unless we introduce a firmware update, you don't have to keep connecting to the NIKKI app. Your frequencies play off the device itself, not off the app. So you update, activate, turn off your wireless connectivity, and then you control your programs through the NIKKI itself. You don't have to go to the app, select the apps, select the programs on the app and play it. The app is slowly to get your NIKKI updated, activated, so you can wear your delivery system on your wrist.
Can I add something to that?
Of course.
Yeah, I was going to say too. Go ahead, Janis.
because we get questions, the customer service team, and they say, if they have multiple NIKKIs in the family, they'll say, okay, do I have to connect my NIKKI to my personal phone and then my wife's and then my child's to a different NIKKI Connect app? Absolutely not. You just need the NIKKI Connect app on your mobile device to activate, download the frequencies. You can do 20 watches at the same time. That's the only time. So it's not phone specific at all. It's just the app itself downloading the frequencies, and hope that clarifies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Janis. So
Yeah.
it's not storing any information. The app is not storing personal information. It is used as an interface to talk to the device. And the only other time I use my app to update my NIKKI is like when we had daylight savings time. So I wanted to get my NIKKI on the right time. So that was just another time that I updated, but it was a really quick connect and then disconnect, and then away we go.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it is very important what you said too, Nicole, is the information is stored on the NIKKI, not the app. It's your activation code activates that NIKKI, and that's where that activation code sits. When we talk about the sharing the device, you can share a device, but your activation code is good for the number of NIKKIs that you have purchased. So if you purchased like 2 NIKKIs, but only 1 wellness suite, you're only going to get 1 wellness activation code. The codes are not interchangeable between multiple devices unless you purchase the number for the devices. And I love that the app does not store any personal information whatsoever. It's on your NIKKI.
Yeah.
So a couple more questions. So Janis, we have a wellness suite. We have a Lyme frequency suite. How long can you wear them for?
As we talked earlier, the Lyme Daily is a set amount of time programmed. And you're going to notice that each individual frequency suite has got a certain amount of time. And we recommend wearing for 2 hours, especially with the wellness. That gives your body the opportunity to take in that information and respond to it. We don't want you what we called frequency hopping, going from, okay, I'm going to wear energy for 5 minutes, then I'm going to wear morning for, half an hour, then I'm going to go to the afternoon, then I'm going to go to, we don't want you doing that because your body needs time. The more often you wear them, your body's going to respond and assimilate that information so much better. So the question about how long can you wear them, I literally wear mine from the moment I get up, I charge it, and I put it on first thing in the morning. I wear it all day at work, in the evening, and when I go to bed, because the frequencies are information only, and there's no harm that they can do at all whatsoever. With that said, the only thing that you can herx if you're wearing the Lyme Daily or any of those, like the bacteria, the detox, or the mold, but that's a totally, isolated thing. But frequencies, they are safe and you can wear them. So does that answer that question?
It sure does.
So Miriam, I know that one of the things that has come to me, there's a couple things. So I get people, they ask, is it waterproof? And I say, yes, it's waterproof up to 10 meters. However, please don't wear it in salt water because there are connectors on the back. And with that, it can damage those connectors and corrode them, and then it won't connect properly. Now, that being said, let's talk about those connectors and let's talk about the chargers. So I know this is a hot topic, and I think that Miriam, you're probably best equipped to answer this one for us and for our viewers. So what happens with the NIKKI and how do you charge it?
Oh, that's my favorite. Okay, so we have noticed this is now our first official summer having NIKKI. So one of the things that we have been getting a lot of questions about is I'm having problems with my NIKKI charging. My NIKKI's not turning on. I'm having problems. And so we've noticed that we were getting this a lot. So there was a couple times where we would send some troubleshooting and the customer would still have a problem. So I would actually get those NIKKIs back because I have this rule where a one-off is a one-off, but when it happens more than once, we really need to I need to look a little deeper. So one of the things that we've noticed is it's the summer. We are gardening more. We're wearing sunscreen. We're wearing lotions. We're in the water. We're in the ocean. We're in the lakes. And what is happening is sweat and grime builds up on the back of the NIKKI. Now, I cleaned a NIKKI with a soft towel and I still had problems. I cleaned the NIKKI with water. I still had problems. What we really need to do is when you're noticing that your NIKKI is having a hard time charging, is you want to flip it over and you're going to see two gold little connector points. Those gold connector points are what forms the connection to the charger of NIKKI to give a complete charge. If there's something in the way, like a little bit of grime, you're not going to get that full complete circuit charge on your NIKKI and it's not going to charge, or you're going to have it on there for an hour and you're going to get maybe a 10% charge. So what we really need to do is you need to get a Q-tip with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and really clean those gold connector points, because grime does build up. We're humans, we sweat. In the summer, we're in the gardens, we're wearing sunscreen, we're wearing lotions, and it sometimes looks clean, but it's actually not. And I found I had a device get returned. It would not charge. It would not charge. I gave that device, and then I would take it off that device. I'd take it off the charger and the red battery light would go on. It's been on the charger for like 6 hours. Soon as I cleaned that charger with rubbing alcohol, it created that secure connection, and then the charge was able to be completed. And so we do send troubleshooting tips, like making sure the strap is either turned inside out or your straps are undone. And then that creates that more of a secure connection. We do have new chargers available. They are $30. They have a 3-foot cord. They have a heavier base and longer charging pins. So those are available to purchase, but you still want to keep the back of your NIKKI clean. If you do go in the ocean with your NIKKI, again, clean off that salt water, because salt does erode, and that can affect your charging points on the back of your NIKKI. And so yeah, you want to keep it clean of dust and grime, and rubbing alcohol, I have found with the ones that I've tested, works the best to get rid of that grime, but it doesn't damage the NIKKI connector points at all in the back.
Can I add to that?
I was going to say both of us can absolutely add to that, because there's another issue with charging that people don't realize. And if you don't have at minimum 1 amp of current going to that NIKKI, it's not going to charge properly. It won't start up the charging process.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a strong enough charging block, or you've plugged it into something that doesn't give it enough charge, it's not going to charge. And it'll seem like your NIKKI is broken, but it's not. It just needs sufficient wattage to make that happen.
Yep.
So I just wanted to make the point with the rubbing alcohol, that is the key, because I've had individuals that have tried with vinegar, and I've had individuals talk about eyeglass spray, but it has to be the rubbing alcohol that really takes the grime off and the grease and makes the big difference.
Yeah.
So just wanted to share that point.
All right. So during our recordings, we have mentioned detox and Herxine and Herxheimer reactions. NIKKI, can you give us a little bit more information about that?
That is awesome for you to ask, Miriam, because it's a question that we get often. So while Janis had mentioned that the frequencies can do no harm, and the frequency sets and what's happening is just giving the body information, that's what it's doing. It's important to remember that we at We Are NIKKI and Free Medica Technologies are not doctors. We are not specialists. We are not functional diagnostic practitioners or holistic or bioenergetic practitioners. We cannot diagnose, we cannot treat, we cannot cure, we cannot make claims. While we desperately want to support people using our products, it's important to understand we have a limitation in that capability and connecting with you in that way. However, if that's something that you are experiencing, please contact us.
Janis, how can people contact us?
You can go to our website. There's a customer support form that you fill out with your email and your phone number and the question that you have, and we will respond by email. We can also send out a meeting link where you can choose a time on a day that works with you, and we'll call you on that time that you select. You can also reach us at hello@wearenikki.com. We're here to answer your questions and to guide you through.
Janis, is there anything you wanted covered that we did not cover?
think from what we've talked about, I think we're pretty good because I looked at my list and we've got everything that I have.
Oh, yes, actually, hold on. One of the things that I find that is really important is that we have information to impart and share about what we're delivering at We Are NIKKI. And we have great emails that go out in terms of connecting with customers. And we have wonderful podcasts, and we have updates, and sometimes we have contests and giveaways. So it's really important if you purchase from us to let us connect with you and keep connecting with you, and to whitelist our address when we're sending you information. Otherwise, you're at risk of not getting the information you need, either about your device, about an update, about new programs that might be coming out, about a podcast that might be coming out, or any kind of special giveaways. So it's really, really important. Again, whitelist us so that you can receive your communications, because if you don't, that's how you're going to get your activation code. Check your spam, check your junk folders. It's a really important piece of us maintaining communications. We will never sell your information. We do not store private information. We store information regarding your purchase, regarding the history of your purchases with us, your communication with us, and that is the extent of what we store in terms of information. So we also don't spam our people, and we don't send out tons and tons of communication. You can limit the amount of information that you receive from us, but if you don't whitelist us, you're liable to miss your activation code. And then you're going to contact us going, "Where's my activation code?" And then we'll message you back, and you won't get the message that we messaged you back.
And I'd like to add to that, especially, you know, with the Lyme suite of frequencies, there's excellent emails. It's going to give you information. It's going to share about wearing it. It's going to educate you. They're going to go over each different frequency set. So it's really going to give you a great education so that you're going to get the most out of the Lyme suite in each frequency. So do keep a lookout for those because they're great.
Perfect.
So Janis, I know that we started out with our original technology as a light box, and then we moved to our first wearable, WaveForce 1, which we no longer support. But then we moved from WaveForce 1 into Wave 1. That was our second wearable. And I want to know, because I have a feeling that people are asking, if you have Wave 1s out there, how do they get support? What does that look like?
We do get questions, and I'm glad you asked that, because when you go to our website, there's nothing on there about the Wave 1. So we support our Wave 1 customers, invaluable people. They have the same Lyme program as Lyme Daily. So all you need to do is go onto our website to customer support. They'll ask you for your name, your email, your phone number. We'll get it in customer service, and we'll respond to you and support you. Or you can email us at hello@wearenikki.com.
Does the Wave 1 still work, Janis?
Absolutely. The Wave 1 still works. The Wave 1 is going to continue to work. And as I said, you're getting those same frequencies. So 100%, we've got so many Wave 1 customers out there because those are our original individuals. I still actually wear my Wave 1 because that is the device. It's the Lyme program. So it just happened to be housed in the Wave 1 device itself. And I still wear that. And I think I've got a real connection with it because that's what made me symptom free. So I'm very attached to it. So I often wear that for my Lyme, and then I'll switch over to my NIKKI, and I'll use all the Lyme suite with the other frequencies and the wellness. And we hear that from other people. Some people just love it and they stick with it. So we're always here to support you.
I have mine, and it's my emotional support Wave 1.
I get that.
You know, when you've got a blanket when you're a child for emotional support, that's mine. It's the Wave 1.
I get that.
Yeah, I'm the same way, because this was my first experience with our technology. And, you know, they become your constant companions.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's your little magic box. Like, yeah, I love it. And the Wave 1 actually offers 2 Lyme programs. Janis, you want to go over the 2 options of the Lyme programs that's offered on the Wave 1?
Absolutely. So originally it was a 4-phase program. So phase 1, you had 30 minutes of detox, 30 minutes of stress and anxiety, and then it went over to something called Balance and Restore that didn't have any frequencies, but it helped to balance the meridians in your body. That was a 1-month program. And then you connect to the app, and Then there was phase 2. Phase 2 is called Lyme Basic. So that was 30 minutes of detox, 30 minutes of Lyme Basic, which was Lyme and co-infections. And then it went on to stress and anxiety, which you could run up to 8 hours. That was for a month. Then phase 3 was called Lyme Complete, I believe. And that was 30 minutes of detox, 30 minutes of Lyme Complete. So now this is like the Lyme Daily. So that's Lyme, co-infections, viruses, bacteria, mold, fungus, parasites, and then 60 minutes of stress and anxiety. And when you finished a month of that, then it went into phase 4, which was maintenance. And that is essentially everything that's in phase 3. But then when you finished phase 3, Stephen Davis, our founder, wanted to make sure that everybody had the opportunity to use the wellness frequencies. So that's the platinum frequencies. So everyone with a wave 1, when they can connect to the app after they're finished their Lyme, they can do a drop-down menu and they can choose the different wellness frequencies. So that was one of them. Then we did some trials and we wanted to make it easier for people, and we wanted people to feel better faster, and kind of going back to the basics like we did with the Wave Force 1. We didn't have it. We had, so I'll just talk about it. So it's a Lyme progression, and it's the same thing as the Lyme Daily. So it gives you 1 minute of detox, 1 minute of Lyme Complete, up to 8 hours of stress and anxiety, and then it automatically adds 16 hours later, an extra minute to the detox, an extra minute to the Lyme Complete. The stress and anxiety goes through that 30-day phase. And then when you get to the full duration of detox being 30 minutes, Lyme Complete being 30 minutes, and the stress and anxiety, then the platinum wellness frequencies are released to you. That's the 2 different programs with the Wave 1. And the exception is the intensity level for the progressive program that we launched, I believe it was last year in May, is at the lowest intensity, because we want as many people as possible to benefit from our technology, you know, people that are sensitive, and we want them to feel better quicker. And when you're having the Lyme Complete from the onset, it's so comprehensive that we're finding that people are responding quicker, and symptoms are dropping off quicker. So that's exactly what we want for everybody.
So for our Wave 1 users, whether they've, because I found you're getting a lot of requests lately. I haven't used my Wave 1 for a year. Can they pick which options, and how do we go about updating their device if they choose to do that?
Yeah, you can. So I'm able to go and see what program that they have, and I talk to them about the progression. And so they can choose. They can go back and start from day 1 with phase 1, or they can go to the Lyme progression. So I reach out to our operations manager, Miriam, and she'll reset the device from the back end. And then I reach out to that individual. All they need to do is connect to the app, and then it's set. Yeah, and I talk them through that so they can do that as well.
So I want to talk about that app for a second, Janis,
yes,
because the Wave 1 uses a computer.
exactly.
It can only use a computer, and it has a micro USB data cord, and that is the key.
Yes.
If you're using a micro USB and your Wave 1 is lighting up, but it's not opening the Wave Assistant app, you have a data charging cable, not a data transfer cable. It needs to be able to open the app on the computer, and it has to be able to talk to that interface. Again, just like the Wave Assistant app, just like the NIKKI Connect app, neither of them store information. The difference is the Wave 1 app uses a computer to connect. That is the only way that program will run. It cannot run off a smartphone. It cannot run off a tablet. The Wave Assistant app must be on a computer. So that's a big, big, big difference.
And with that, I've also had questions saying, well, can I download the NIKKI Connect app for the NIKKI on my computer? So no, you can't. You have to have that on a mobile device, either an iPhone, an Android, or an iPad, not the computer.
Tablet. So for those of you that have a Wave 1 and would like to bring your Wave 1 back, you can reach out to us on our website under wearenikki.com, contact us. There's a form that you can fill out, or you can email the customer service team at hello@wearenikki, and we'll help you decide which program would be right for you to try. Any other questions, you can reach us at hello@wearenikki.com or contact us on our website.
Perfect.
Thank you, Janis and Nicole, for joining us on today's episode of Bioenergetics Beats. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules to impart some information that customers are looking for. Remember to visit wearenikki.com and use your promo code BioBeats for 10% off your purchase. We value our customers so much. As a sign of appreciation, visit wearenikki.com/podcast and enter to win a NIKKI personal delivery system for yourself, along with the wellness suite of frequencies with a $598 value. We have a giveaway every episode. Enter to win, and good luck. Please like, share, and subscribe to Bioenergetics Beat wherever you get your podcast. Thanks for joining us today, and have a healthy day.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Miriam. Thank you, Janis.
Thank you, Nicole.
That was so much fun, ladies.
Hey, I'm Steve. I'm an engineer, a biohacker, and a dad, and I love my NIKKI. I use 3 different programs on this one mostly. In the mornings, I run Energy Boost, which honestly is about the equivalent of a cup of coffee. I still have my coffee, but this does make a difference. After work, I run my stress and anxiety program, and that takes me from being like, task mode from work to really kind of chilled out dad mode, which is nice. And occasionally when I need it, I run the pain program as well. I actually tore my ACL last September, middle of September, and I was running again by middle of October. No surgery, no therapy, just the pain program once a day. So I've worked with red light therapy for several years now, and like I said, this is just about my favorite because it is so easy to use. I just put it on my wrist in the morning, run it all day, don't even notice it's there except for how I feel, so I love it.
NIKKI puts a personal wellness center in your hands and on your wrist. Be better, do better. wearenikki.com. There's a new word for wellness, NIKKI. NIKKI, the bioenergetic wearable designed to help you feel better and perform better. Other wearables just track how you're doing. NIKKI is about helping you do better. Touch the NIKKI screen to choose the frequency you want for what you want to do and how you want to feel. NIKKI puts a personal wellness center in your hands and on your wrist. Be better, do better. wearenikki.com. The views, information, and opinions expressed in this content are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of Freemedica. Freemedica Technologies, Inc. and its employees are not responsible, nor verifies accuracy any of the information contained in the following content. The primary purpose of this content is to educate and inform. This content does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services.